In my now widely read thread on poorly maintained, cheap Chinese-made truck tires, again, little things can cause big things, I explained how Russia lost trucks and mobility by not maintaining tires. This loss of vehicles without a shot being fired is referred to as operational attrition. That is, just by operating vehicles, you lose some of them because they break. This gets a lot worse in combat. Each mile traveled by a military truck in war is between 10 and 20 miles of wear. This is simple. I didn't realize this.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty big difference to me. I didn't realize it was, I mean, I understand that it would be more wear and tear, obviously, but I didn't realize it was that wide of a gap.
So I didn't either, but he follows it up with the explanation, which is a one-sentence explanation. Truck drivers abuse trucks because they don't want to die, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if something's going to take the brunt of the force, you're going to want it to be the truck, not you.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. And they will do anything to get out of the line of fire, especially if they are young, cheap conscripts, if they're not professional soldiers. So Telenko goes on. He says, I was associated with 3 U.S. Army reset programs, essentially dealing with truck maintenance and how to perform it better. I know this truck maintenance, how could that be significant? Stick with it. I promise you it's going to pay off. We forced periods of rest for truck drivers. We forced periods of rest for equipment so that they could look it over and repair it. Now we get to the meat of it. None of that is true for the Russian army. Most of the time, between 2012 and 2022, the Russian army did not maintain their trucks. The Russians don't have a professional NCO corps, so they're not doing it right now. They're not even doing it now. Now, this goes back to something he observed earlier, which was that it looked like some of the Russian transport vehicles had been parked literally for a year, just in the sun, with the sun dry rotting out the tires. We were seeing photos of completely shredded tires.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all seen, I haven't been in a war situation, obviously, but we've seen, your own car or your buddy's car. You leave it out in the sun, or you just leave it sitting there for a while. Even you go on vacation for a couple of weeks, you come back, your car looks like total crap. It's got stuff all over it. It's not running. You need to run your car a certain time. If you're going to be gone for a while, you need to get somebody to run it so that it doesn't sit there for too long. I mean, there's natural things that happen to vehicles like this.
And it's multiplied by maybe an exponential factor in war. And so he covers this, and this is where we get to the meat of it. The overriding priority of Russian logistics is transporting artillery and ammunition. Every truck is being sent out in whatever condition overloaded with ammunition. The engines are running white hot, and no one has checked the oil or other fluid levels, let alone has done an oil change in the last 3 weeks. Everything else has real-world consequences with tired drivers. It's not just a convoy chain reaction. Drivers fall asleep at the wheel and do things like fall off of bridges.